No long intro, everything is in the title and description. But since this is a Tamil song, towards the end, one portion will be in Tamil. Just my 2 cents in Tamil. With that being said, let's just get right into the reaction. Eight note bass thingy. Nice. Nice.
Anju Vanna Poove Thalelo Lale
Beautiful.
Nachatira Poove Katavaram Gapavaram
Okay.
Vadi Vadi வெடி நெடி படுகுழி படுகுழி தோட்டம் எங்க பூ எங்க வாசம் எங்க அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே காணோம் உன்ன.
Very, very different kind of rendering.
பிஞ்சு விரல் எங்க
Almost sounds like pitch correction, but it's not. It's played like an effect for a weird vibrato-ish kind of a song. Some tonal percussion. Mallets, I think. பராரி போல பித்தேரி வாடி கொடாவி கூடி தொடாவி தேடி அனாதி பார்த்த. These are kids, at least 2 or 3. Heavily processed. Nice. There's almost like some sequence synth going on.
அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே உள்ளிருந்து பேசும் ஒத்த குரல் போதும். அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே காணலையே ஒன்ன காணலையே ஒன்ன.
Very interesting, very interesting. Again, breaking structure.
வட்ட வட்ட பாத சுத்துதைய கால எங்க இனி போவ எங்க இனி போவ. அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே வா கொஞ்சி விளையாடு. அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே வா கொஞ்சி.
Nice blending of the choir vocals with the lead. Beautiful.
பாரு பிஞ்சு விரல் தீண்ட நான் காத்திருப்பேன் பாரு.
Beautiful. Flute kind of instrument blending in. Nice. Bringing back the same sample from beginning. Almost like dialogue sample. Beautiful. 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 So yeah, that was the song Anju and Poove. I really liked the song, loved it. So now let's get into the details. Let's start with the vocalist, main vocalist, Charulatha Mani. I think she's a highly trained Carnatic vocalist. I think she has also done some film songs, but I haven't heard any of her film songs. I think I saw a couple of interviews of her and some stage performances kind of thing that she has done, where she's explaining some raga or something. So that's where I've seen her. And from that to this, her voice, her entire texture, the way she is projected, voice culture, so to speak, seems completely different. So while she's singing, there are many lines. When she's ending the phrase, usually we have a vibrato. Here it's like a very weird kind of effect put on it. I'm not sure if it is done using some plugin or she sang it that way, or that adds such a unique texture and flavor to the entire song. By the way, the entire song is basically about textures. She has done a fantastic job with everything, like not just the pitching, the vocals, and everything. Yeah, emoting as well. Absolutely, she brought that longing. We could feel that longing of a mother and child in the song. So she has done a fantastic job. Speaking of vocals, now let's talk about the choir vocals, the kids who sang. They have very tiny kind of portions, but they did a fantastic job. I don't know how many of them actually sang and how many is like done by tracking. So like sometimes to bring out a thick vocal, a singer would record multiple times, and their voice in each track would be slightly manipulated with different effects so as to make it sound like many people or many children are singing. So that I'm curious. I'm not sure how many of them sang because in the credits I couldn't see the names. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Now let's talk about the lyrics. Beautifully written by Karthik, Netha. So this is a lullaby, right? Talat, as we say in Tamil. So yeah, fantastically done, and it gives me some insight into the film and the character also, because it's not your typical lullaby. So this is definitely somewhere that the mother is wishing well for the kid, and they're not together, or it's there is some loss, there is some longing. So yeah, I could really feel that. And of course, whatever words you have to put to signify that this is a lullaby, apart from the tune as well. So the tale and everything, so that is also bang on. Yeah, overall I think we'll get more context on this when we see the film and we listen to the song with the film. Definitely feels like stitched into the narrative of the film. So yeah, overall, just as a lullaby, it's very beautiful, very well written. So now let's talk about the composition. Again, ARR breaks this structure, like I keep saying in every video of mine. Very rarely, I mean, he does, but he very rarely does the verse chorus, or the mukhda antara, uh, pallavi charnam kind of format. He kind of keeps breaking the way he arranges different sections. So here also, it's you can't pinpoint a finger and say this is one verse and this one. Of course, there is, like, if you kind of divide it, you can, but it doesn't feel that way. Is what I'm saying. So everything is the entire song is structured around that phrase Anju and Poove. And of course, there are places where I think he has allowed the singer to just improvise, and she's improvising, and he has edited and put parts here and there, as we know about him. But beautifully composed, beautifully structured, of course. Now let's talk about the arrangement and production. So arrangement we already talked about a little bit, but what I really loved is how many synth textures he actually used in lullaby, right? I mean, you can expect a lullaby to be minimal in arrangement and production, which this is, but you don't expect so many pads and ambient layers and almost sequence type synths going underneath the main vocal, and it all makes sense. And he creates this ambience also with some dialogue, right? I'm guessing it's a dialogue. It's like a vocal chop kind of a sample in the beginning, and it comes back in the end as well. Maybe it's some part of dialogue, I'm not sure. but that adds so much character depth and kind of a world building within reference to the song, right? So really love that. Yeah, apart from the lush pads, and which are evolving, by the way, it's not like a flat pad. They keep rising and falling, and that creates that intensity. Apart from that, you have some rhythm, some minor percussion, some tonal percussion. I guess it was mallets, one of the mallet instruments. So that plays beautifully, and some very weird percussive things towards the end. I can't even name them just by listening to it once. So those things are really well done, and just the way. The song started very mellow, but intensely with this 8 note bass going. Every arrangement and production change and everything is so seamless. That is what I love about ARR. And of course, like I always say, at this level, you don't talk about mix and master and those things. It's flawless. So yeah, everything is amazing, and again, it is very nice to see that everything is in service of the message and the song and what they want to convey. Nothing, basically what I'm trying to say is no musicality here is unmotivated. So it's not like, see, I can do this musically, I can pull it off. Yes, he does, like taking a gamble with all the synth players and everything, especially those sequence kind of synth things in the beginning. But he also kind of blends them with that very mellow, soft flutish kind of sound that he has. So even if he experiments and tries to show musicality, he never deviates out of the uh, he tries all his experiments within the zone of what he wants to say, is basically how I should put it. So yeah, absolutely love the song in its entirety. Definitely gonna listen to this a few more times. So now for my 2 cents in Tamil. Overall பாட்டு ரொம்பவே பிடிச்சது ஆக்சுவலி. ஒரு தாலாட்டை இப்படியும் அப்ரோச் பண்ண முடியும்னு நான் எதிர்பார்க்கல. நிறைய சிந்த் எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தாரு, நிறைய ஸ்ட்ரிங்ஸ், நிறைய பேட்ஸ். அது ஒரு ஆம்பியன்ட் பெட் மாதிரி இருந்தது. அதுக்கு மேலே அந்த மெயின் மெலடி இருந்தது. சிங்கர் வந்து சாருலதா மணி. நான் அவங்க 2 3 கர்நாடிக் பாட்டு பாடி தான் கேட்டிருக்கேன். நான் அவங்க ஃபிலிம் சாங்ஸ் அவ்வளோவா கேட்டதில்லை. ஸோ அவங்க யூஸ்வலாக எப்படி சவுண்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, அவங்களோட டெக்ஸ்சர் என்னன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. ஸோ இது ரொம்ப எனக்கு வித்தியாசமான ரொம்ப அம்யூசிங்கான டெக்ஸ்சராக இருந்தது. வோக்கல் எண்டில் விப்ராட்டோ மாதிரி யூஸ்வலி நிறைய சிங்கர்ஸ் பண்ணுவாங்கல்ல. ஸோ அதுக்கு இடத்துல இங்கே ஏதோ எஃபெக்ட் போட்டு ஒரு மாதிரி இருந்தது. அது என்னன்னு யாருக்காவது தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா எனக்கு கமெண்ட்ஸில் சொல்லுங்கள். பிகாஸ் அது பிளகினாக அவங்க அப்படி பாடியிருந்தாங்களான்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. அதர் தென் தேட் ரொம்ப கம்மி எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் இந்த பாட்டில். கோயர் இருக்குது, சின்ன பசங்க பாடிருக்காங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அண்ட் அது எத்தனை பசங்க பாடினாங்க, எப்படி பாடினாங்க தெரியாது, பட் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லாக இருந்தது கேட்க. நிறைய எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் இல்லாட்டாலும் அந்த எலிமெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் எப்படி ஒன்று சேர்றது இந்த பாட்டிலங்கிறது தான் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது. அண்ட் ஆஸ் யூஷுவல் ரஹ்மான் சார் வந்து இதில் ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஃபாலோ பண்ண மாட்டார். இதுதான் பல்லவி சரணம் அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ அது இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக ப்ளே பண்ணியிருந்தாரு. அண்ட் அது தவிர எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது என்னென்னா நிறைய சிந்த் எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தாரு அதில். ஸோ அது கொஞ்சம் அன்கன்வென்ஷனல் தான் ஒரு தாலாட்டு பாட்டுக்கு. ஸோ அதுவும் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது. லிரிக் வைஸ் நமக்கு டெஃபினெட்லி ட்ரெய்லர் அதெல்லாம் வச்சு கொஞ்சம் கெஸ் பண்ண முடியும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பட் லிரிக்லி ரொம்ப ஹார்ட் ஃபெல்ட்டாக இமோஷ்னலாக இருந்தது. அங்கேயும் வித்தை காட்டுறேன் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இல்லை. ஸோ இட்ஸ் லைக் தாலாட்டுக்கு உள்ளான எல்லா விஷயங்களும் அதில் இருந்தாலும் கதையோட நிறைய விஷயங்களும் இருந்ததுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அது கதை பார்த்தப்ப தான் நமக்கு இன்னும் கான்டெக்ட் தெரியும். ஸோ ஓவரால் எனக்கு பாட்டு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது. டெஃபினெட்லி இது ஏதாவது ஒரு பிளேலிஸ்ட்டில் போட்டு இன்னும் 5-6 தடவை அது கேட்பேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ yeah, that's it for this particular video. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, check out other stuff on the channel, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that whenever I drop a new video, you get instantly notified. With all that being said, I'll take your leave and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.